My God, take my life. A cry of frustration from the crowd pressing round a truck handing out food in Herat's football stadium. They'd been waiting throughout the heat of the day. Everyone knew this was to be their last ration of aid from the World Food Programme this year. Just 2 sacks of wheat for each family. And everyone knew it was not going to be enough.
It's a crisis that's spreading right across Afghanistan. The food they're getting today will not last them for very long, and a severe winter is once again facing these people, the very poorest in Afghanistan.
Officials at the scene had to harden their hearts as families pleaded for help. They knew too it was not going to be enough. For every 10 people we hand wheat to here, hundreds more should also get supplies. There are 3 million people in the Herat province. We simply do not have enough wheat for them all. The price of food in the markets here has soared. Zuleika told us she'd been reduced to begging. This bread would be her family's only meal today. I'm sick, and this is the first time I've got any wheat. My children are hungry. I was pushed and punched. The black marketeers were pressing around the oldest and most vulnerable, urging them to sell their precious rations. Too frail to carry back the heavy sacks of wheat themselves, and with no money to afford transport, they were left marooned, hoping someone would take pity on them. But pity was also in short supply here today. The supplies of food aid in Herat's warehouses are being rapidly depleted. This consignment was being delivered to the remote rural districts west of the city near the Iranian border. It'll take the convoy 5 grueling days to reach the villages, and when the snows come, the roads will be impassable. Zuleika invited us back to the mud brick room she shares with her husband and grandson on the outskirts of Herat, exhausted by the ordeal of the day. 2 of her sons were killed in a bombing raid during the fight against the Soviet occupation. Her 3rd son was blinded by shrapnel. He was out begging for food when we arrived. She didn't know how they were all going to survive the next few months. The rivers that used to run in the countryside surrounding Herat have been reduced to a trickle by the drought. The effect on crops and livestock has been devastating. It followed the most brutal winter here in living memory. Hundreds died of hypothermia. The forecasters say another one is on the way. David Chater, Al Jazeera, Herat.